Ayo, what's poppin', you guys? It's King Bril coming at you again with another video, and today I'm doing something I don't usually do. I'm doing another story time, and today I'm telling you guys how I almost got kicked out of college. This was definitely one of the littest times of my life, and I actually cried just a little bit.
This what I'm finna set up for y'all. Whoever ain't with this, don't even ask me for that.
Alright, so before we get into the story, I need you guys to understand the magnitude of fall semester in college, okay? From August to late November is the littest time of any collegiate student's life, okay? And in order for you to understand certain parts of the story, you're gonna need to understand how this timeline of fall semester goes, okay? So here we go. So August is about breaking the ice and getting to know people. And for a lot of people, this is where the most embarrassing stories happen, okay? This is where that one girl who's a freshman gets 15 bodies in 1 month of school. And this is where that freshman guy shits on himself in the middle of the party and loses his car keys. But at the end of the day, no one really blames them because they're freshmen. Turnout. September is where you get settled into being a college student because you're used to having freedom and you already lost your pride, your dignity, and your self-respect back in August. So now's the time where you refocus and get ahead on schoolwork because everyone knows once October gets here, shit hits the fan. And October by far is the littest month in college, no matter who you are, because you got fall break and almost every college has their homecoming. You have Halloween parties, and let's be honest, the most popping people in the world are Libras. And this means that their birthday can drop anywhere within the month of October. And now, right after the littest month of everybody's life, November is where most students, most responsible students, are attempting to save the GPA from the academic catastrophe that they committed back in October. Needless to say, this is where Turkey Day happens too. But in all honesty, November is completely about saving your grades, okay? Last but not least, here's the month of December. Now, if you were a responsible student or you just have an easy ass major, this month is gonna be smooth sailing and clear skies. But if you've been pissing away your semester, or if you just have a hard major like anything science related, then you're literally gonna have to turn into Michael Jordan because it's literally the finals and you gotta score 98 points just to get a C. Alright, so now that you guys understand fall semester, I can now tell you that my story starts right in the middle of save your semester November, okay? So after partying non-stop for the last 45 days, most responsible students, like I said, are trying to save their academic semester and trying to recommit academically, but not my friends. My friends are more like, hey man, we need one more party to solidify an excellent year. So after about 42 seconds of deliberation, we decide that we're gonna throw a party. And not only are we gonna throw a party, but we're gonna try to make this party bigger and better than every party that happened that year. And that was gonna be pretty difficult because it was already a lit year. Like, it's after October, which is the littest month ever, okay? It's after homecoming. So in order to make this party literally the littest party of the year, we had to team up with the guys from the other side. Now, usually we're a bit competitive with parties and attention on campus, but to turn the campus up one last time, we knew that we had to come together. And just so you guys know, apart, our group's got a lot of clout and we throw a lot of great parties, but together, it's like an ultimate clout monopoly. Together, let's just say that our parties can get pretty nasty. But not only are we coming together with the guys from the other side, we came together and decided to throw this party on LDOC. Alright, now if you don't know what LDOC means the last day of class. This is literally the last day of the fall semester that anyone has to go to class, usually the time right before finals, okay? This literally means that you can get trashed on a random Tuesday in December because you do not have class the following Wednesday, okay? Alright, so we come together for the logistics of the whole thing. We start discussing how we gonna make this work and whatnot, and start talking to the necessary people to get the party approved so that we can throw it, alright? So after politicking for a little bit, we're able to get the school to allow us to throw the party in the dead center of campus in this huge building that, for the sake of this story, we're just gonna call the U. Now, the U is this huge 3-story building that is almost guaranteed to be the most populated place on campus at any normal school out. And not only is this building one of the most lit buildings on campus, one of the prettiest buildings on campus, the party is gonna be the same time as a tradition at almost every college or university, I think, called midnight breakfast. Midnight breakfast is basically where the school administers breakfast at midnight on the last day of class. They're serving pancakes and shit at 12 in the morning, okay? The party is gonna be on the second floor. Midnight breakfast is gonna be on the first floor. So that means it's gonna be ass shaking on the second floor and it's gonna be pancakes on the first floor. But you guys know that this kind of luxury does not come without rules, okay? So here are the rules. So the first rule is we gotta be down from the second floor at 12, okay? No exception. Then we gotta be out of the entire building by 1 o'clock. No alcohol whatsoever, and no, I repeat, no fighting. Zero tolerance at all, none whatsoever. The reason why they emphasize no fighting is because the last time somebody threw a party in this very same location, not only was it one of the littest parties that most of us can remember, but it ended in a huge brawl, and nobody has been allowed to throw a party in that same building since. The entire lit population of school to come is counting on us to throw a successful function that does not end in complete chaos, so that they can continue to use this location for lit parties, okay? All right, so fast forward to the night of the party. I'm pulling up like 30 minutes before opening time, you know what I'm saying? The party starts at 9, I'm pulling up at like 8:30 just to make sure everything is, you know what I'm saying, going copacetic, make sure that everything's set up, the DJ is square, he don't need nothing so the party can run smooth, all right? So I'm legit going through my checkpoints to make sure that nothing is gonna mess up this lit night, okay? So I'm going through my checklist. All right, so boom, there's an 8 by 10 foot stage, check. Okay, we got a DJ set up, check. Strobe lights, check. Front desk where we pretend search everybody that goes into the party, check. And boom, we also coerce 3 girls to watch the front so we can actually go inside the party and not have to police the front of the party, all right? So the 3 girls are Sam Goddamn, Winter, and Dora, okay? Check. By 9:10, I'm thinking, okay, where the hell are people at? I didn't expect it to be packed by 9:10, but I'm talking about like, we haven't seen a single soul. The U is 4,000 square feet on the floor that we're throwing the party, and there's not one person who has walked in their party or around the desk to congregate by 9:10. And at this point, I'm legitimately worried. Like, man, this is supposed to be one of the littest parties of all year, and no one is here. Not even my friends or the complete other group of guys we went to do the party with. There's literally nobody here but me, Sam Goddamn, Door, and Winter here watching the desk. No one's here, and the DJ, of course. So I'm like legit nervous as hell. Saying when I get nervous, I get the random urge to take a shit. All right, don't judge me, judge mom, okay? So at this point, I just say, fuck it. I'm going downstairs to go to the bathroom. And while I'm on the toilet, I'm checking all my social medias, and everyone's posts look regular as hell with no signs of going out or any potential plans later on that night. I'm just like, how is this even possible? It's the last day of class. We posted on IG, we linked up with people, and I was just like baffled by the whole situation. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? Screw it. It is what it is. But on the inside, I'm really like, nah, it ain't what it is. I lie to you guys not. The moment I walk up those stairs, it is a freaking line around the corner. 4 or 5 people standing beside each other. As soon as they got up to the front desk, they sent them in the party. And at this point, I'm nervous again, but I'm excited nervous. And I already took a shit, so I'm not gonna shit on myself, okay? So about 10 minutes pass, and just as I predicted, this party is nuts. 4,000 square feet, and it is packed wall to wall. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if you guys have ever thrown a party to that scale, but you know, halfway through the party, you're gonna start feeling yourself. This party was so lit, it made us emotional. Like, it literally made us put our arms around each other. And you know that drunk thing that you do with your friends where it's like, you know, you're drunk and you just put your arms around them like, man, I love y'all, man, y'all my brothers. So all of us are doing that, like, oh my God, I love y'all. That emotion that the liquor cause soon turned to complete cockiness. So we hop on this 8 by 10 stage, we take the DJ's mic and we start yelling dumb shit into the mic. And I promise you, man, the feeling was surreal. As I look down to the crowd, there is so much twerking, man. I turn to my left, there are at least 3 girls who don't have any pants on. I'm talking about thong dancing on somebody's joggers. Then I turn and look to my right, and there are literally girls getting picked up and crowd surfed through the crowd like a rapper. So as good as this night was, the worst thing about this party was that it had to end at 12. And think about this now, the littest party all year, no comparison, only lasted 2 hours and 15 minutes. So we leave at 12:15 thinking, 15 minutes, what are they gonna really do about 15 minutes? 12:15 gets here and we turn on the lights, DJ cuts the music, we're trying to push people out the door. At this point, we're like 12:30, we might get a little fine, but it's not gonna be something crazy, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something very manageable. I look at the floor of the party and all I see is Hennessy bottles, gin bottles, Patron bottles, Grey Goose bottles. Oh my God. No wonder this party was so lit. 75% of y'all were drunk, you know what I'm saying? So as me and the cleanup crew are leaving the second floor of the U, I'm thinking, okay, alcohol is probably into the carpet of that floor. Probably gonna get fussed out, probably get double fined, but this party was so lit, it was kind of worth the party at this point. As long as we can get everybody out of the U by 1 o'clock, we'll be square. And this is where I fucked up. When I walk down the stairs from the second floor, all I see is a fucking sea of people packed wall to wall, but downstairs on the first floor. Then it occurred to me like, oh shit, Midnight breakfast is going on right now, bro. So it would be literally impossible to tell the difference between the people who came with us from our party from the people who are already at midnight breakfast. At that point, we're like, shit, we're just gonna have to politic our way out of this one because we don't know who's who. We can't just say, hey, you gotta leave, but you gotta stay. But we can't do that, which is another rule we broke. So we like, maybe we can just, you know, do some extra community service, something to make this all blow over, because at this point, there's nothing we can do. We're not getting these people out of here by 1 o'clock. So this party was only 2 hours. So these people got at least another 3 hours of bad decisions to make before they're done with the night. And right as I start to forget about all of the troubles and responsibilities that we had going on at that point, I see out the corner of my eye some guys get into a shoving match. So that's the point when I really start losing my cool, because for one, the guy who started the pushing and shoving didn't even go to our school. Like, who are you?
Like, you don't even go here, bro. What are you doing?
And second of all, I'm like, bro, you don't see all of these girls just sitting here, half drunk, you know, talking and being social? Why are you focused on another man right now, bruh? Like, until this day, I can never understand why in every function, guys think that fighting other guys will get them the attention of the girls faster than actually talking to the girls. Like, there was so many girls that were just drunk and just being social but had nobody to talk to, but you're just insisted upon punching this guy in the face to look cool for those girls who you're scared to talk to. I don't understand it. And apparently I wasn't the only guy who felt like this, because a couple seconds later there was this random guy who went and ran and jumped on the table right in the middle or right off to the side of the scuffle, and he started like pointing down on the guys pushing and started yelling at him and whatnot. I can't really decipher what he's saying, but whatever he's saying was enough to make them kind of quiet down and look up at him. My first thought was, you might want to get off that damn table. And my second thought was, oh, well, maybe he knows what he's doing, because they really quieted down when he got on the table. You know what I'm saying? In my logic, you know, the last place you want to be when there's a big brawl is in the middle. Second to last place you want to be is on a table standing up in the middle of a brawl. So sure enough, some random guy comes out of nowhere and grabs Buddy by both his ankles and yanks his ass off the floor. And I was like, oh shit, see, I told him not to be on the table. So right when Buddy gets ripped off the table, then starts the war, you know what I'm saying? People start getting punched, pushed, shoved, flipped, dumped, shirts start getting ripped. And I see in the middle of this commotion, some poor innocent guy who's obviously looking for his friends, because obviously there were people from other schools there and he couldn't find who he came with. So he's like looking around, you know what I'm saying, bumping into people, trying to figure out where his friends are. If you're watching this, if you're ever in a situation where you're involved in some type of public brawl, you never want to be walking around inside the middle or the eye of the brawl. Well, obviously this guy didn't know that, and just like I predicted, boom, he got mollywopped. Like, his whole body shut down and went limp. You know what I'm saying? Somebody shut down his whole computer. So what you do when there's a public brawl, all right? If you're sure that there are no weapons, we're on campus, so I assume that there was no weapons, okay? They very well could have been there, but I didn't think there were any. You want to actually face all of the action and commotion, okay? You don't want your back towards the action. I don't know if you guys played football before. You want to keep your head on a swivel, okay? And your hands should be ready, and your back should be toward people who aren't fighting or the wall or something else, because at this point that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm safe. And my only issue was I could not find my friends, you know what I'm saying? And immediately, because my head is on a swivel, I see that there's a group of cute girls off to the left, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like 2 of them, it's like 11 of them, and they're obviously all together because they got on the same color. I see that they're now looking at me like, oh, I know him, let's see what he does, you know what I'm saying? So now I have attention on me, and my fists are balled up. It's not like I'm standing there, but I look like I'm about to do something. I just haven't done it yet. At this point, I have to get active, because you don't want to be that guy whose friends get into a brawl and you just sat on the sideline, okay? I was definitely planning on sitting on the sideline unless somebody came and messed with me. So that's when the common sense left and the testosterone rode, because sure enough, I was like, all right, I gotta hit somebody at this point. So I started scoping out who's gonna be my victim. And I seen this one dude, he was in a white shirt. He was a little bit taller than me, but he was skinny, you know what I'm saying? So he was just big enough to where you wouldn't pity him if somebody got a sneak hit off of him. I wouldn't do that to nobody smaller than me. So I'm looking at him and I'm like, okay, I got my victim, boom. And I start winding up. And I go do a little countdown, you know what I'm saying? So I go 5, 4, 3, 2, and then out of nowhere, right across my vision, I see my homeboy holding some guy with dreads back. As I was like approaching the guy, I just clenched onto both of them and started pushing the other guy like, yeah, man, chill, stop trying to fight, man, chill, calm down. I didn't want to be not doing nothing. I wanted to contribute some way. And honestly, that was a blessing, because like I said, that dude was a little bit bigger than me. If I would have missed, man, ain't no telling what would have happened, bro. And because I would have put my whole weight into that punch, I'm pretty sure that I would have hit the floor if I wouldn't have hit him. So me hitting the floor, I'm pretty sure my dentist would not recommend getting kicked in the mouth by a pair of size 12 black Tims, okay? So thank God my homeboy and old boy came across my vision when they did. The ride is over and me and my guys just left. I looked down at my watch and I see that it is currently 1:45 in the morning. So that means that there was no way in hell that we made it out of either situation on time. So I'm legit on the way to the car and I'm thinking like, bruh, this ain't looking good, dog. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm pretty depressed. I feel defeated, like, you know what I'm saying? What eventually turned into one of the greatest parties ever turned out to be terrible. And at this point, the writing's kind of on the wall. I'm like, bruh, there's no way anything good is coming out of this. And just when you think it could not get any worse, as I'm on the way to the car, I see the main guy who didn't go to the school. Not only is he outside yelling, but he's outside fighting again. How can you have this much beef?
Like, you don't even go here, bro. What are you doing?
At this point, me and my homeboys are in the car and we're driving home and whatnot, right? And everything's pretty quiet, you know what I'm saying? We got some soft Drake playing because everybody's sad as hell, because everybody knows that, you know, we might fucking get expelled for this, because we literally broke every single rule that we had. And because we broke every rule, I'm thinking like, damn, bro, I wonder how far they'll take. Like, will it just be a fine? You know what I'm saying? Will it be community service? You know, will it be jail time? Will it be expulsion from school? Like, and so I'm looking at my homeboy, like, so I asked him like, yo, bro, how much trouble you really think we're gonna be in, bro? And he looked back at me, looked at the road, looked back at me, and he was like, bro, it's over for us. We might as well pack our shit and go home right now. Bro, that is not what you say right now. That is not, you be positive. You lied to me in that situation. You do not tell me the truth. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, you know what I'm saying? I cried just a little bit, but not like a bitch. I cried like a manly cry, like a Denzel Washington type cry. You know? And in reality, it's Drake's fault why I was crying. So we get home and days start to go by, and at this point, we're sitting ducks. We feel like at any moment they can come deal us our consequences. And if you remember what I told you about the party, there was a couple of girls in the party that had on no pants. They were in complete thongs. One of their pictures is circulating around Twitter, and it hashtagged my group of people in my school. So I'm like, okay, we're worldwide right now. We're going down. And so as these days go by, nothing at all is being said in our group chat. Like, none of my friends are linking up with each other, you know what I'm saying? We're all staying low, everybody's in the house. Even more days go by, we start building confidence to the point where we thinking like, okay, maybe we're just completely off the hook, they're not gonna do nothing. So about a week later, you know what I'm saying, while building confidence, I'm on the phone with my dog and I'm walking to my mailbox and I'm talking to him like, they haven't done anything to us by now, they're not gonna do anything to us. As I'm looking in my mailbox, there's only one letter, and I pull it out, and it's a letter from my damn school. Take it back to my crib, I drop it on the table, but eventually I built up the nerve to open the letter. So I pick it up slowly and I open the letter and I started reading it. December 9th. Hello, Mr. King Bril. We regret to inform you that you now have an outstanding balance of blah, 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 blah. Our records indicate blah, 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 and you now owe the amount written below. $4,275.86. You have until January 14th to pay this balance in full, or else you will be removed from the class rosters and dropped from all of your assigned classes. And at this point, I just took a deep breath. And then I screamed, yeah! We lit! And my homeboy is confused. He's like, bro, what are you so lit about, man? They just sent you an invoice for all the damage that we just caused in the building from the party. Like, why are you lit? You owe all this money. So I'm like, dog, I was $4,000 in debt when I started the semester. We got away with it, dog. We good. Click up. Hung up the phone, went in my room, and I took a nap, man. Oh my God. What a time to be alive. And that is the story of how I almost got kicked out of school. You know what I'm saying? If you guys enjoy this type of content and story time, you gotta let me know down low in the comments, because if you guys don't show it love down in the comments, I'm not gonna keep making them, because that's not what, you know, if you don't wanna see it, I'm not gonna make it, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, it's King Bril. Peace.
This what I'm finna set up for y'all. Whoever ain't with this, don't even ask me for nothing.